The koala, an in-depth look at Australia's most famous marsupial introduction. The koala, a tree-dwelling marsupial native to Australia, is one of the most iconic and beloved animals in the world. The koala has won the hearts of people all over the world with its teddy bear-like appearance, round black nose, and fluffy ears. But beyond its cuddly looks lies a complex, fascinating creature with unique adaptations, a specialized diet, and a tenuous position in the modern ecological landscape. In this exploration, we'll uncover everything there is to know about the koala, from its biology and behavior to its role in Aboriginal culture and the challenges it faces in a rapidly changing world. Taxonomy and Classification. As a marsupial, Phascolarctos cinereus, the koala, Phascolarctos cinereus, is one of a group of mammals that give birth to young that are still relatively undeveloped and continue their development in a pouch. Koalas are the only extant representatives of the family Phascolarctidae, making them evolutionarily unique. They share a common ancestor but diverged millions of years ago, making them close relatives of wombats. Marsupials like koalas are different from placental mammals due to their reproductive strategy. After a short gestation, koala joeys are born underdeveloped and crawl into the mother's pouch, where they latch onto a teat and continue to develop for several months. Physical characteristics. Koalas are small to medium-sized mammals with a robust build. Adults can weigh anywhere between 14 to 30 pounds, with males generally being larger than females. Their fur is dense and woolly, varying in color from gray to brown, providing insulation against both heat and cold. One of the koala's most distinctive features is its large, leathery nose, which plays a crucial role in detecting the scent of eucalyptus leaves, their primary food source. Their excellent hearing is made possible by their large, fur-covered ears. Additionally, koalas have opposable thumbs and sharp claws on their front paws, which are necessary for climbing. Habitat and distribution. Koalas are native to parts of South Australia and the eastern and southeastern parts of Australia, from Queensland through New South Wales and Victoria. They live in eucalyptus forests and woodlands and rely heavily on eucalyptus trees for shelter, social structure, and food. Koalas are territorial animals and have a home range that includes several trees called a home range tree group. They might spend most of their time in a few of their favorite trees, and their territories may overlap with those of other koalas. Diet and digestion. Koalas are highly specialized herbivores, feeding almost exclusively on eucalyptus leaves. There are over 700 species of eucalyptus, but koalas typically eat from only about 30 of them, favoring those with the least toxins and the highest nutrient content. The leaves of eucalyptus are devoid of nutrients, contain a lot of. To digest this tough and toxic diet, koalas have evolved a highly specialized digestive system that includes a long cecum and colon, where symbiotic bacteria break down cellulose and detoxify chemicals. Koalas are also known for their low metabolic rate, an adaptation that allows them to conserve energy while digesting their nutrient-poor diet. They sleep for up to 18 to 22 hours a day. Reproduction and life cycle. Koalas have a distinct breeding season, typically from September to February. Males use loud bellows to attract females and ward off rivals. The female bears a tiny, blind, and hairless joey about the size of a jelly bean after mating. After birth, the baby crawls into the mother's pouch, where it stays for about 6 months to nurse and grow. It begins to explore the outside world after this point, but it returns to the pouch for safety. The joey typically becomes weaned at 1 year of age and begins its own life. Koalas reach sexual maturity around 2 to 3 years of age and can live up to 10 to 12 years in the wild, although some have been known to live longer in captivity. Behavior and social structure. Koalas are mostly solitary animals, although their home ranges often overlap. Males are territorial and establish dominance through vocalizations and scent markings. They also have a scent gland on their chest that they rub against trees to mark their territory. Even though they spend most of their time lying down, koalas are skilled climbers who will move between trees in search of food or mates. They are also nocturnal, feeding and moving primarily at night. Communication includes a variety of sounds, low bellows, snores, grunts, and even screams during mating season. These vocalizations help individuals identify one another and establish dominance or availability. Koalas and Aboriginal culture. For thousands of years, koalas have held a place in the cultural and spiritual life of Aboriginal Australians. In various Aboriginal languages and traditions, the koala is seen as a wise, ancient being. Some legends describe koalas as guiding spirits or as creatures that brought knowledge and survival skills to humans. Koalas were also part of traditional Aboriginal diets in some regions, and their fur was used in ceremonial garments. However, they were generally hunted sustainably by Aboriginal people who valued their place in the ecosystem. Conservation status. Koalas are currently listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List and are considered threatened under Australian law. Habitat loss is the single biggest threat to koalas. Urban expansion, agriculture, and logging have led to severe fragmentation and reduction of eucalyptus forests. Climate change is also impacting koala populations. Higher temperatures and drought reduce the quality of eucalyptus leaves and increase the frequency and severity of bushfires. Thousands of koalas perished in the devastating Australian bushfires of 2002, which destroyed large portions of their habitat. Koalas also face threats from disease, particularly chlamydia, which affects their reproductive systems and can lead to blindness and death if untreated. Human interaction and tourism. Koalas are a major draw for international tourists visiting Australia. Sanctuaries and wildlife parks allow people to observe or even hold koalas under supervised conditions. While this has economic benefits, there are ethical concerns about animal welfare and stress. In the wild, human interaction is not always positive. Road accidents and dog attacks are major causes of koala mortality in urban and suburban areas. Conservation groups are working to build wildlife corridors and educate the public about protecting koalas. Scientific research and genetics. Genetic research has revealed much about koala populations and their history. Studies have shown that there is low genetic diversity among koalas, which makes them more vulnerable to disease and environmental changes. Conservation efforts increasingly focus on maintaining genetic diversity through habitat connectivity and breeding programs. Scientists are also studying the koala's unique microbiome, particularly the bacteria in their gut that help digest eucalyptus. This research has implications not only for conservation but also for understanding complex symbiotic relationships in other species. The popular image of the koalas are cultural icons everywhere, not just in Australia. They appear in cartoons, plush toys, video games, and children's books. Campaigns to save koalas frequently feature the adorable faces of characters like Blinky Bill, who have grown to become icons of environmental activism. While their popularity has contributed